Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm Vox, and Adventure Time Distant Lands is the sequel series to Adventure Time, comprised of 4-hour-long specials, with the first 2 set to premiere exclusively on HBO Max later this year. Now, Cartoon Network has gone above and beyond to keep Distant Lands under extreme lock and key. Before it was announced, the show's production floor was caked in art for a fictional series, Distant Lands' codename, Rumblejaw. And since its revelation, news and discussion has been stagnant. But the franchise recently celebrated the 10th anniversary of the main series with a Twitch watch party featuring Marceline's voice actress Olivia Olsen. And attached was a very special announcement, a 15-second teaser for Distant Lands that tells us almost absolutely nothing. Or doesn't it? This teaser comes at you fast, has a few details, mainly confirmation of characters who will appear, but it's also probably confusing for many consumers out there who watched Adventure Time to completion only for a few of the characters to appear as if their development took 2 steps backwards on account of their physical appearances. But I assure you there's a reasonable explanation. But before we get into that explanation, spoiler warning. If for whatever reason you do not know jack squat about Distant Lands and you want to keep it that way, although this teaser honestly ruins nothing, please click off now. With all that said, let's dive in. The teaser opens up with the classic Adventure Time sword, one that's probably the most iconic out of the collection, despite Finn never actually wielding it in canon, but who knows? Maybe that will change with this special. Maybe it's a weapon that was never on Earth. After all, Distant Lands will pivot to a new setting beyond the land of Ood, but more of that later. Within the sword's reflection, we're gifted various characters posing in front of familiar locations. Princess Bubblegum in between the front of the Tree Fort and the Candy Kingdom, the Tree Fort being destroyed in the series finale, while wearing an outfit similar to her appearance in Burning Low, though it seems to feature more prominent purples and more defined shoulder pads. Next to Bubblegum is the beloved goth girlfriend Marceline the Vampire Queen, whose appearance changes so much throughout the series that her appearance here looks all too familiar yet a little different, though still a ways off from how she appears in the promotional image. Marceline is in between her house and the Ice Kingdom, re-establishing her history and connection with Simon, aka Ice King. I still tear up when Remember You comes on Spotify. The most interesting location snug in this teaser is found with BMO, whom's in between the Ice Kingdom and Moko. Moko, located in the Badlands, serves as the origin point for BMO and, well, all the Mo's. Maybe it's just here as a trip down memory lane, but maybe it's a hint that, for whatever reason, Moko, or even just most of Giovanni, will be relevant in this upcoming series, as the first special is centered around BMO anyways. After BMO is Lumpy Space Princess, fabulous as ever, and the background get a bit less distinct from this point, LSPs being similar to space, but it could also just be the Cloud Kingdom, as we're given the confirmation that Simon, still in his Ice King appearance, Gunther, and Flame Princess will all appear in Distant Lands. Simon is no longer the Ice King after the events have come along with me, reverting back to his original form, so let's put his appearance in the teaser on hold for a brief moment. As the sword's reflection completes the cast with Finn and Jake, Finn's 2 human arms intact, we're given an animated rendition of the Distant Lands logo, the aforementioned subtitle replacing what was previously with Finn and Jake. And as we get a 5-finger fist bump, whoever storyboarded and animated that absolutely broke continuity in order to flex. The hands disconnect to reveal the title of the first special, accompanied with the character BMO singing a little tune that hammers in the name of the game for Distant Lands: Space! BMO through the lyrics describing how others feel about space, that it's lonely, silent, empty, but beautiful, sparkling, and immense. However, those former adjectives isn't how you would describe Adventure Time at all. It's all about friendship, making noise, and exploring a never-ending world. So I think the next verse of BMO's little ditty will reflect their experience of space, their hopes and aspirations for the adventure they're partaking on. Remember, space is the big gimmick used to push Distant Lands, as found on the promotional art, which didn't include Ice King, Gunther, Lumpy Space Princess, or Flame Princess. And on that note, why does most of the cast reflected on both the teaser and promotional image have vastly different designs? To the point where Finn has 2 human arms, where he should only have 1, the other being a bit more cold and metallic, and Simon is back to his Ice King appearance after the crown itself fell into the possession of Gunther, who became the Ice Thing. While it's possible Distant Lands could take place before the events have come along with me, I doubt it's that deep at all. While certain characters like Bubble Bubblegum and Marceline may retain their appearances in the teaser and to the show proper for a brief moment, since we know they're going to switch over to their space looks, the teaser as a whole was just for promotion, in a way that doesn't isolate former viewers of Adventure Time who weren't invested all the way through. Seeing Simon instead of the Ice King would have isolated them and turned them off because extremely casual viewers don't know who that man is. Not everyone made it to I Remember You or Holly Jolly Secrets. Finn with one arm would have raised some questions, which is probably for the better, but I still get why they went with his normal look. It's the most recognizable form of Finn, even though the inclusion of his robot arm was one of the longest running cartoon theories at that point. Something similar happened with the teaser for Steven Universe the movie at San Diego Comic-Con 2018, featuring a 14-year-old Steven and big designs for the gems, as to not spoil the time skip with an older Steven, or the crystal gems' actual reformations and change your mind. Adventure Time is a huge IP, but that doesn't mean each and every episode is as popular as the name itself. HBO Max needs to play all its cards right, and that means luring in potential customers with the most effective tactics possible. In a way, Flame Princess's inclusion, alongside Moko, were the biggest Easter eggs for the long-term fans. Showcasing outdated designs won't confuse most of the general public, but I feel kinda bad, because when that first special drops and those who haven't watched Adventure Time all the way through started up, they probably are going to discover that they actually need to finish the original series. But as always, these are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. What do you think? How did you feel about this weirdly short and vague trailer that was hyped up as a major announcement? Hey, Cartoon Network, I get it. Do what you need to. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at @Vlogs. We're also on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Vlogs, signing out.